Okay, and the last video that we're going to do today, I told you that when everything is not positive, it gets a little different. When everything is not positive, it gets a little different. So I'm going to do the box method this way. I'm going to do the box method doing problem 4, and then I will do one example showing you the FOIL method when everything is not positive. But let's just go into the box method right now. I need a box, and I start off the problem the same way. In the box method, my first term goes in my first box, and my last term goes in my last box. Okay? Then I want to find which two numbers multiply to get positive 15, but when I add them, it's going to equal negative 8, W. So now notice not everything is positive. So I'm still going to go find my factor chart. And I want to find the factors of 15. So I have these options, and you're just going to ask yourself, what multiplies to 15 but adds to 8? Forget about the negative for a second. What multiplies to 15 but somehow I can manipulate the two numbers to get 8? I hope you agree with me. 1 and 15, I will never get 8 from that. But I can mess with 3 and 5 to get 8. So I'm not going to write anything down yet. Over here, but because I need to do a little bit of work. I know that 3 and 5, which was the set that I chose from my factor chart, I know that I can manipulate those to get negative 8 somehow. So I need to write out all of my options. And I'm going to move this over a little bit. So I know I picked 3 and 8 from the list. 3 and 5 from my factor chart, and I need to manipulate them to get negative 8. So I have 4 options. I would have positive 3 plus positive 5. So both numbers could be positive. I could have both numbers be negative. So negative 3 plus negative 5. I could have one of the numbers be positive and one of them be negative. So in this case, my 3 is positive and my 5 is negative. And my last option is I could have that reversed. I could have 3 be negative and my 5 be positive. And I need to do in my calculator all of this work to see which one will get me negative 8. So 3 plus 5, you need to be using your calculator or ask Siri or however you need it. 3 plus 5 is positive 8. I want negative 8, so that's not going to work. Negative 3 plus negative 5, that actually does give me negative 8. Once you get what you want, you don't need to check the other ones. Only one of them will work. So negative 3 plus negative 5, negative 3 plus negative 5 will give me negative 8. So those are the two numbers I want to work with, as well as negative 3 times negative 5. If I check that in my calculator, that will give me positive 15. A negative times a negative is a positive number. So don't forget that I'm working with W's though, so I'm going to put W here. And then these go in my boxes. I'm going to put negative 3W here, negative 5W here. And then I got to ask myself, what two things multiply together to get my first box, which is y squared? Well, or W squared. So I know that W times W is equal to W squared. Then I know what number needs to go up here so that when I multiply it by W, I get negative 3W. So I hope you agree that I would need negative 3. Then I need to know what number is going to go down here to know that what I need to multiply by W to get negative 5W. And I hope you agree that I need negative 5. And remember, my answers come from the top and the side of my box. So I have in parentheses W minus 3 and in parentheses W minus 5. If you had the switch that you had W minus 5 and W minus 3, that would be the same thing. Okay, so I did the problem. I did do problem 3 in the notes. So please just go check my answer key. Try problem 3. And then check your answer in the answer key. I'm also going to do one more example 5 with reverse FOIL.